The sneaky, unnoticeable ways that women test men. I don't know how much experience you have with women, but if you've ever talked to a woman sometime during your life, chances are big that she has tested you in one way or the other. The test she will put you through can vary and will do so. And in a while, I will tell you about exactly why women test you in the first place. But before that, I want to give you some examples, okay? So here are a couple of tests that she will probably put you through in a nightclub, and the correct answer to give on each one will follow. So, buy me a drink. What answer should you give here? It depends on the situation, but think like this. If a guy you didn't know told you to buy him a drink, would you do it? Hell no. Probably you would ask what the fuck was wrong with him. And you should have the same mindset when talking to girls as well. What gives her the right to ask you questions like that? Who is she, the Queen of England? Even if she were the Queen, I'd tell her to fuck off. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to say in a situation like that. It is up to you. It is based on your personality. But here are some examples of what I would say. Then you can think for yourself. So if she says, buy me a drink, what will I get out of it? Will you suck my dick afterwards? Buy me a drink. I don't buy people drinks I don't know. Tell me, why should I? Buy me a drink. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. What you want to establish here is that you don't accept the way she's talking to you. She's stepping over the line. And when you have some integrity and self-respect, which you show when you answer her like this, not only can you walk with a straight spine, but she will become more attracted to you as well. In reality, you will have passed her test. But here's how I want you to look at tests. I don't want you to see her sneaky tests as tests you need to pass to make her attracted. If you have that mindset, you approach this whole thing from the wrong angle. It really means that you still value her more than you value yourself. So instead of trying to pass her tests for the sake of passing them, just call her out on bad behavior like you would if a guy were talking to you, okay? See her as a human being who is disrespectful, not as a pure, innocent angel who you must impress. Realize that she's the weak and you're the strong, not the other way around. She can't hurt you. She can't knock you out. She's a weak little woman with a big fucking mouth and an arrogant attitude who takes every opportunity she can get to humiliate and disrespect you. That type of behavior has to end. Not because you want to make her attracted, but because it's the only sensible thing to do. And the funny thing is though, when you do call her out on bad behavior, that's when she'll get attracted as well. Women love to see you fail their tests. It's an ego boost to them. They know they can control you and they know you have no sense of self-respect. They feel like they have the power and that you look up to her so much that you don't even dare to call her out on obvious disrespectful behavior. In simple terms, it says to her that you think she's a goddess. And the trouble with this though, even though they love it when you fail, is that they will not love you for it. Actually, they will despise you. You have to realize that women have a lot less empathy for other human beings than we men do. That might sound a little harsh or like I'm bashing women. And yeah, you're right. But there is a simple explanation of why that is. Women, especially good-looking ones, have never dealt with being rejected in their whole lives. They have never approached a guy asking for his number. And because of that, she can't possibly know what it's like to have another person tell you to fuck off because you're an ugly cocksucker right after you've opened yourself up and put yourself on the line. And even when women approach guys, a guy would never say something like that to a woman. But a woman has no problem with it. She feels no empathy for you or for any other human being whatsoever. And, you know, I'm exaggerating a bit here. At least she's not feeling empathy in the same league as we men do. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. You might say then, but women are emotional creatures. If they don't feel empathy, how come they cry so much? And I love that you asked me that. You see, first of all, a woman can control her tears. It sounds really fucked up, but it's true. Just because a woman is crying doesn't mean that she's really feeling anything. She cries on command. And second of all, 99% of the time, she's not crying out of empathy for someone else. She's crying because she's not getting her way, or to get you to feel bad for something that wasn't even your fault in the first place. Trust me on this. I've talked with many women, and most of them have agreed that this is true, and the rest of them is lying, of course. But to get back on testing itself, women love it when you fail, but they'll get attracted when you pass. That's the difference. The first one is an ego boost for them, which they will love, but not love you for. The second one is a reality check for them, but also the biggest attraction generator you can have on your side. And what you're going to realize that is once you've passed her tests once, she will become addicted to testing you. This is because she gets more and more attracted every time you pass her tests, and it makes her heart beat faster and faster. After a while, it can take 5 minutes or it can take 25. She's going to want to jump your bones. And it has nothing to do with you being a nice, respectable, and friendly person whom she can feel comfortable around. Comfort doesn't build attraction. Putting her in place, showing who's boss, and telling her what a cunt she is for raising her voice at you does. This is reality, whether you like it or not. And even though you're not comfortable with calling out bad behavior in people, whether they are men or women, right now, you will after this program is done. At least you'll be well on your way. And I realize I went off a bit there, but what I've just told you is very important. Simply don't pass women's tests for the sake of passing them. Do it because she's acting like a cunt and because it's unacceptable behavior to you. Okay? Here are some more examples of how she will test you, and my answers will follow. I can't go sit with you. I have to be with my friends. Answer. If a guy would say this to you, you'd probably reply with, okay then, go fuck yourself then. But when talking to a woman, you want to get something out of the conversation. You want to get laid. Therefore, you don't give up as easily. But still, you don't want to lose your frame and be toyed with either. Also, you don't ever want to chase a woman around, because once you're the chaser, she's the one calling the shots. And obviously there are shy and conservative girls as well, and when you're interacting with one of those, you might have to chase a little bit to get what you want. After you've slept with her though, that's when you stop chasing and you let her do the chasing instead. Okay? But to get back on track, what I would answer here is, it's cool, I don't care about your friends, come here. I don't care means that you're calling the shots. You're not thinking about her feelings, you're thinking about what you want. And that's what you should do. And as a bonus, it is very attractive as well. Then you drag her with your arms. If she's resisting or saying something like, don't touch me, simply move on, or tell her something like, okay, you're out, bitch, then move on. You got no time to waste on chicks that are resisting too much. They can still be interested in you and just are very resistant out of fear of seeming too easy, or she's not interested at all. Either way, we got no time for chicks like that. There are other girls in the club and we got no time to waste. Here's another line that you'll get quite a lot. Are you a player? Answer. This is a test masked as an innocent question. Questions like these are not as obvious as tests like buy me a drink, but still they need to be handled. When she asks you if you're a player, she wants to see your reaction. She wants to see how manipulated you are and if you see her as an innocent angel or not. I am very honest when talking to girls. I have nothing to hide because I simply don't give a shit what she thinks or what she answers. Therefore, I would either say yes, or if I felt like being a little funny, I'd say, no, I'm the sweetest, love-making, nice guy, marriage material wanker you'll ever meet. It's obviously a lie since I went on and on with it, and replying with a sarcastic line like this has a twofold effect. First, it shows that you don't care what she thinks of you. you can say that you're a sweet love-making wanker without giving a shit. Second of all, it shows her that you get it. She now knows that you know what she wants, which is not a nice guy, but a player who she cannot control. But you do it without coming out directly and saying it, which might be interpreted as faking it or trying to show off. What you did was communicating that you know what she wants, you're the guy who's going to give it to her, but still you don't give a shit about the outcome. You got options. And all those things are exactly what you want to communicate. That's what she's looking for. But I say it again, you don't care what she's looking for. You only care what you're looking for. And once you really have this mindset down, you'll naturally pass every single test she puts on you. Once you reach that level, seduction becomes as easy as buying a Snickers bar at the supermarket. It'll set you free. There are so many other tests that women do that I could probably make 1,000 videos or write 1,000 books filling it up with testing questions or statements. The specific thing she says is not important. What's important is that as soon as you recognize something being said having a disrespectful or demeaning tone to it, you can be sure it is a test. You don't even have to think, oh, this is a test. Actually, you shouldn't. You should talk to her like a normal person, and you should demand that she respects you at all times. If not, call her out on it. In Module 2 of this program, we're going to talk about setting principles for yourself, and these principles are going to help you tackle every single test that can be put on you without you having to think about it. But that's for later. Right now, we still have lots of fundamentals to cover, and I'll see you in the next video, which is about masculinity versus femininity.